you know how they got the name Staten Island?
No.
It was the Fagawi tribe. The Fagawi. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, the Fagawi tribe was a famous tribe that traveled across America. They used to run around saying, "We're the Fagawi, we're the Fagawi."
I was waiting for...
They got to the end of America and looked across. And one Fagawi Indian said to the other Fagawi Indian, "Staten Island." She didn't get it. Phoebe's,
I do. Is that an island?
Is that an island, Phoebe?
I got it.
Phoebe GB.
I was just...
Phoebe GB. Karen, are you okay?
Yeah.
We're here and
I
you're
just
not
want to
filming
check you
properly,
out.
are you?
Oh, yes, I am.
No, you're not.
You're cranky.
Is that an island?
Oh, God.
Good morning.
Good morning, Corinne. How are you today?
I'm great. How
Going
are
on?
you?
Excellent. Here we are, live on Injured Live.
Injured live.
Nick Arrojo here with his sprained ankle. And today we're doing a classic graduated bob with a scissor. And we're excited. Now, we've already started the cut. And I'll talk you through it once I get the foundation in. I'm going to practice really clean sectioning, really clean, precise, even combing. This is one of the toughest haircuts to do. And that's why I've got notice I've got my red Arrojo scissor comb. Notice the tips of my fingers. Notice how they're going all the way in. And look at where they're facing. They're facing right into the jawline. Now Phoebe's head is, if you look, put your head up straight, Phoebe. That's up straight. Now just dip in your chin. What we've done here is we've just flattened out the neck so we have a flat surface to work on. We've sectioned the hair down the center back, and then we've sectioned from just at the occipital bone to the back of each ear. Every section is going to pivot from this pivot point section. You're going to have to be very careful with your movements today, Corinne.
Oh, I know.
Because I'm sprained and I can't move around like you can. You can trip the light fantastic.
Debbie Davis asked what you did to your ankle.
Debbie, it's called old age. That's what it's called.
And Todd said it was because you were running from me.
Okay, so we're going to work side to side. This is typically how you work it, but because we're doing this on Facebook Live, I'll do it slightly differently. I'll just do this side first, then I'll do this side. Let me catch you up. Central section, look for the top of the spine, center of the back of the head. Look for the occipital bone right here. Sectioning the hair out to the back of each ear, keep everything nice and clean. Then we take a central section down the center and we take pizza slice number 1. We comb the hair straight out, we cut the hair at a 45-degree angle. Then we take the same on the opposite side, do exactly the same. Then we take the next section from the pivot point right here, right at the occipital bone, over direct the hair lightly back, tuck the fingers in. Then we do the same on the opposite side. Now we're on section 3. We're going to take this, comb the hair straight back, follow your guideline, right the way in, sit it right on the guide. Now you're going to tuck these fingers in, and my fingers are pointing towards the jawline. Okay, now we're back to the final section. So the final section is the first section. Now remember, I'm going to do the same on this side, but let's just subdivide now. I'm now going to subdivide this section. What that means is I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. Let's subdivide. We comb the hair straight back, fine teeth of the comb, and cut on the line. Subdivide. Look for your guide. There it is. Right on the guide. Always comb that hair down to have a look. Keep everything nice and clean. Next section. As we move towards the back of the ear, start to pull the hair lightly down. That'll help you to retain some extra length as we work into the nape. I'm going to just subdivide that just a little. Head lightly over so I can get in. The most important thing is tucking those fingers in, so those fingers are pointing in towards the jawline. Final section. I'll comb this hair down. Follow that through. There you go.
Nick, Todd Dowell's asking, so why subdivide?
Because, Todd, what I want to do is I want to follow the guide. So by subdividing, it's easy. I'm still keeping it more on a vertical graduation than on a horizontal. Otherwise, it would just be like this, horizontal. I want to keep it a little bit more vertical. Just tightening that up. It's a little harder for me today. It's amazing. We cut hair with our hands, but I do have very severe sprained ankle, so it limits my movement while I'm cutting. I will do the same on the opposite side. Section. This side, the knuckles are sitting in. So this is the first section. And then this is the first section, which is our subdividing section. So let's subdivide. There you go. Subdivide. Combing the hair lightly back. Let's just keep this hair nice and clean. Let's clip that out of the way.
Nick, Todd's asking, will that give you a softer weight line?
No, I'm not looking for a softer weight line. I'm looking for a weight line. It's not going to give me a softer weight line. I'm looking for a weight line. I'm looking for a weight line without a step. So when you subdivide, it gives you more refinement, I believe, in the cup. But the most important thing here is ducking, tucking those fingers in, following the jawline. Now this is your foundation of your graduated bob. It's the foundation, so you get the foundation right. It's like a house. You get the foundation right, and then the house will survive and will hold up. All about getting the right foundation in the cup. Let's take a step back now and have a little look and see. Never cut Phoebe's hair before. You can see you've got some hairline stuff here. Yeah, not so worried. If you feel like you want to clean that up a little, we'll just take that off. It's not really a scissor over comb cup, so I'm just going to clean that up just a little for now. Same on this side, just a little. But really what we're looking for is we're looking for our weight line. And our weight line is just sitting right here. Now what you can do if you want to check for balance, you're going to take points on either side, pull the hair out. Either side, pull the hair out. Looks like it potentially could be trending like slightly longer right here. I can see a little bit of length, a little bit more right here. Hydro Mist, please. Hydro Mist is our cutting lotion. We like it. Keeps the hair nice and damp. Phoebe's going to be my holder. There she is. Just let me check through this piece one more time before we move into the next section. Just checking. It's important to get this perfect because this is the foundation for the rest of your cup. The graduated bob, classic graduated bob cut with the scissors, one of the most difficult haircuts to do. So I just wanted to just refine that. Okay, I'm going to stay on this side right now. We stay on this side first. take a clean section parallel to the first section that you took. Now we're starting to work over the occipital bone. You're going to comb that hair back. You're going to follow your guide, the angle of your fingers. If you follow the angle of your fingers, you're going to see where the length of the cut's going to be. Subdivide each section. By over-directing the hair back, what you're actually doing is you're retaining length towards the front. You always comb after every cut to see how the hair sits. I gotta move around. Corinne's gotta be nimble today. Nimble Corinne. There's the guide. Following it through. As you start to work up the back of the head, you'll actually start to see your shape and the graduation come into play. And I'm trying to get the knuckles to come in towards the jawline. So we always cut in 3D. Now you can slowly start to see the build-up happening right here. This is your weight build-up. So let me hobble to the opposite side. And we're going to repeat on the opposite side. Comb that hair back and in. So working with our red Arrojo scissor comb, take your first subdivided section. You're going to comb this. Practice really great combing for your guide. Push down, have a look. Next section. Moving around with it. Comb that hair from the base of the section. A lot of you know that I'm a really big razor cutter, but the best scissor cutters make the best razor cutters. Precision-based craftsman cutting. So now we're going to start to use a little bit more over direction. We're not going to elevate the head quite as much. Start to pull the head down a little. Get your fingers angling in towards the jawline. Final section. Cut hair. Don't cut corners. Keep everything nice and clean. So learn how to get your comb right in, even tension. And again, what we'll do once we've cut this final piece is we start to see our weight build up in our graduation. I'm not looking here, I'm looking here at the weight line. If Phoebe puts her head up, you're looking at that weight line starting to build, and you can start to see that shape. Now, we come in here. So head down, Phoebe. Okay, so I'm stood behind the camera. Hold the pole. Corinne, hold the pole. This is a family show. Okay, let's take a section either side. Have a look and see. You're looking, there's an imaginary line here, so you're looking. That looks pretty good. Don't chase dust, so little small amounts, don't worry about them. Have a look here. That looks great. And then I'm just going to comb that, comb that. You can start to see the weight build up, and that's what we're looking for. If she puts her head up a little bit more, you can start to see that. Yeah, don't worry about the hairline. The hairline's going to be cleaned up later. Next section, so let's do a quick recap from the beginning. We section from the occipital bone to the back of each ear. We then pinwheeled out. And we pulled the hair back and cut the hair at a 45-degree angle. Then we took the first section and we subdivided. Then the second section, subdivided. Now let's take the third section and we're going to subdivide again. This is how I do it. I cut both sides at the same time underneath the occipital bone. Then I do one side, then the other. Then I stay on this side and do this side and then do this side. Then I stay on this side and then do this side. So the way in which I like to cut this for consistency is I like to cut it in a way where I'm doing one side twice, or 2 sections on one side, then 2 sections on the other. Follow the guide. Let's continue to work through.
Nick, you've got a lot of great comments coming in, and definitely some good feedback on your haircut.
On my haircut?
Yes.
Oh yeah, well I got it cut this week. Because I'm in all kinds of trouble with my walking. So I couldn't walk.
Was your hair getting in the way?
Yeah.
Amanda and me said, your class was the first one I saw at Premier Orlando in 2009, and I love any information and haircuts that you do.
Well, thank you very much, and hopefully, if you go in, you'll come and see us again.
This weekend.
We will be there this weekend. We have classrooms, we have our main stage, we also have our trade booth, so we're going to be turning up in a big way. We also have American Wave certification, which is our texture service. So we'd love to see you. Come and support us in Orlando this weekend. Corinne, are you joining us?
I am.
Excellent.
I'm excited.
Now let's work on the opposite side. So we're replicating. On one side you cut up, on the other side you cut down.
Yeah, Heather Lynn Walsh said, so excited for your show at Premiere. And Haley Covington said, I'm going to Expo.
Excellent, Haley. We can't wait to see you. And thanks for coming to check us out in Orlando. We're looking forward to our main stage show too. Some great people coming in. Not only will we have our own artistic team, but we have part of our ambassador network, Vision Salon from Florida, Wellington, Static from Orange County, California, Trio from Chicago. Of course, we'll have Stephen Adams there from Minneapolis, Dee Anthony from Nyack, New York. So Arrojo will be there in a big way. And of course, I'm sure there's plenty more. I'm sure Marcy from Create will be there. You know, we've got a lot of people, probably too many to even mention, but we can't wait to get down there and see all of our friends. Okay, so you start to see the shape of this. Now you'll notice I cut from side to side. Let's do one more section now on this side. These sections, as I work up to the top of the back of the ear, which is right here, they stay consistent, 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 or parallel, 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 parallel. Now we continue to subdivide, and you'll notice where the top of the section is, it's starting to work above the occipital bone. So we're going to have to slowly start to allow for the hair to have a little bit more movement. Didn't quite get that just right. Just watch. You'll see. Just a little right there. A little corner. Every time I comb the hair down, I look to see whether I nailed it. Yeah, this is the first haircut that one has to master. And this is a classic graduated bob. It's been a long time since I've done this, but it's like riding a bicycle. You just get back in, you pedal, and you go. Phoebe's got nice hair. Keep it nice and clean, even if you accidentally pick up a little piece of hair. Now look at the dampness of the hair. The hair is wet to the touch, but not dripping. And the reason why is because you need to see this shape. Now, one of the most important things is I'm going to start to tuck my knuckles in towards the jaw. And even this area here where somebody might cut it in one go, I'm going to take it in two. 1983, 84, when I was a stylist at Vidal Sassoon, it's one of the most popular cuts of the day. Yeah? Today's world, we tend to do this type of a shape more and more with a razor. But there's nothing better than understanding the graphic shape working with a scissor. So you want to look for your weight line, You want to see how it sits. You want to see where it sits, and you can follow that line as it moves around. I'm using a little bit of hydro mist to keep even softness in the hair. And now I'm back on this side. So we'll take that section, and just like, if you remember, I'm going to do 2 sections on this side. But right now, parallel, 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 parallel. The next section is going to change because I cannot go above the ear. So let's comb this in, comb it back.
Nick, Francisco D'Amato said, what product have you used to control the flyaway hair?
Oh, I just use Hydro Mist, which is a conditioning spray. It's a lightweight spray conditioner.
Get a little close.
Arrojo product, if you're interested, Arrojo product is sold professionally through salons across America. It's a direct business model. You can connect directly with Arrojo, become part of our ambassador network, and we have packages for independent hairdressers which start at $525 all the way up to our kind of flagship accounts where you get the full package, and Phoebe likes the full package, and where
This poor girl.
Where with the full package you get all the products, and you also get an educator come in for the full day, the first day the product arrives, to teach, train, and inspire the staff. So get connected to one of the most independent brands in the country. That's Arrojo. It's owned 100% by me. We're an independent boutique hairdressing brand that has hair products, schools, salons, and really what you're buying into when you buy into Arrojo is you buy into our culture. Our culture of professionalism in a fun and inspiring way.
Nick.
So right behind the back of the ear, just want to make sure you get nice and clean, and these fingers have to point in towards the jaw. Yes, correct.
Todd Dowell is asking for info on Toronto.
Toronto, I am going to Toronto. And I was asking the other day, I am going to Toronto, but at present, I'm just doing a private class when I go to Toronto. But you can certainly connect with us, Todd, because it may change. And the day, if somebody's watching, I think my brother might be watching from the salon. Check with Gordon and find out the date I'm going to Toronto and post it.
And Anthony Perez said, super excited to be in New York for the 3-day scissor then razor cutting education.
It's going to be awesome. Oh, remember, we're going to stay on this side. So now what's going to happen is my section's going to go high, but it's going to go back to the same point. So there's my section. Goes to the same point, and I comb that hair all the way back. And now what's going to happen with my subdivision is going to get more, it's going to angle to become more horizontal. It's going to be less vertical. Still going to be on a slight diagonal. My fingers pointing in towards the jaw. Even tension. Let's comb that hair down after every cut because you're watching your weight line. Fine teeth of the comb, and stay true to following the line as we start to move the shape in. And I'm always combing that down to just have a look and see how my weight line sits. Let's stay on this side for ease. There's the guide. So you can see I'm moving a lot more into what I like to refer to as horizontal graduation. Vertical graduation is when you pull the hair out like so. Horizontal is when you pull the hair out this way. So elevation or this way. This is more vertical. This is more horizontal. As we move around the top back of the head, because the hair grows from the crown like a fingerprint, this is what you really want to watch for. Now remember, we want to build up a weight line, not a step. We're going to work below the crown. Don't take too big a section. I'm going to follow this through.
Nick, we've got some questions coming in. One second. Francisco is asking, do you sell classic cutting DVDs?
Yes, we do, Francisco. Classic cutting DVDs. The best thing you can do, if you want the DVD, you can certainly connect with us. You can buy them on arrojonyc.com. Go to our store. If you go to the store or you go to shop, you'll find all of our DVDs. Or you can also buy our online subscription, which is $30 a month. You can watch unlimited amounts of video, $30 a month. We have all of the classic cuts, and we teach classic cutting classes in our academy here in New York.
Julianne Vincenzi asked, if a salon carries your product, is the cutting classes and education free?
No.
Or included?
What happens is when you start carrying a Arrojo product, the education is given in what we call reward dollars. So the more you buy, the more reward dollars you earn. Reward dollars are transferable to be used for back bar, for education. On the best package, we give 20 cents per dollar back into your education fund. On the lightest package, we give 10% into your education fund. So if you're interested, you can connect. You can use those reward dollars to bring education into your salon. You can use those reward dollars to send people to the academy here in New York, or for any of our shows and classes. And we have loads of shows, seminars, events, and of course, being an Arrojo ambassador gets you all of the benefits. And we also do a lot of incentives. That's why we don't necessarily go through distributors, because what we like to do is we like to give you, the salon owner, the incentive. So you're going to start to see your weight line build, and you're following that weight line. I said on one side. Now typically speaking, I don't do that. I work side to side, but you can see this is the weight line right here. It's the light line. It's not a step, it's the light line, and then the hair's tapering into the nape. Let's follow through on the left side. Little injured today, sprained my ankle, cleaning out the warehouse, doing my spring cleaning. And I'm not excited about the show because I'm going to be doing a lot of walking and I'm going to be in a lot of pain. So if anyone wants to bring a wheelchair to Orlando, please do.
We'll get you one of those motorized ones. Okay, questions.
Yes.
Linda Alvarado asked, what is the longest length you would recommend for this style?
Oh, well, this is the perfect length. The graduation should sit on or just below the occipital bone, and the length should come to the jawline. That's exactly what we're working on today. That's the classic length for a classic graduation. Classic graduated bob.
And
it can go longer, but then it's not a classic.
And Julianne Vincenzi is asking, what's the difference between horizontal and vertical elevation? Does it look different?
Well, when you do vertical, you follow the guide. When you do horizontal, it's more feel. Because you always see a line, but when you're coming horizontally, you're using elevation and feel. When you're doing vertical, you're actually following, like I am right here, following that guideline all the way in.
And
so
kind
there
of
are differences to the graduation.
And along that line, Kristen Verrilli is asking, what elevation are you cutting at? Okay.
So this is if you look at the angle, it's approximately a 45-degree angle. Watch my comb. That would be 90, 45. So we're really trying to follow this through into the jawline. Now we over-direct the hair back here. The hair's combed slightly down, and the knuckles are tucked in towards the back of the ear. We comb the hair back. Now we calm this hair down, we start to have a look and see where we're at. But what I'd like to do, I'm going to do one more section before I do the check. The hardest part about this cut is that the hair grows around, so it's hard to judge where the hair is going to fall in the nape. So now we're going to go more horizontal because we're above the crown, we're right at the crown, moving towards the area where the hair will swing and move. So this is more horizontal. I comb that down, and I comb it with the wide tip of the comb, and I start to look and see how the graduation sits.
Nick, Jeff Stump is asking, are you using the elasticity of the bleached hair to your advantage by using the fine teeth of the comb, or will you switch to the bigger side of the comb as you get to the top?
I'm probably going to switch to the wider side of the comb as I get to the top, Jeff. I mean, yes, you do have to focus on the stretch in the hair. That's why the dampness of the hair is important. And also when you're doing this kind of a cut a little bit slower than normal, it makes it a little harder, because when you work quicker, it's easier for you to kind of follow that shape and get in the moment. We're just following that guideline. And Jeff, we're looking forward to seeing you in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be busy? Because I'm crippled. I'm injured.
Nick,
hopefully my remedy will make me better.
Fendi Rohana said, hello there. How can we get to be Arrojo ambassadors in Manila, the Philippines?
Well, I'll have to come out to the Philippines and do some training, get a distributor in the Philippines, and then maybe we can make that happen.
Make it happen.
Let's just have a look and see what we got. So you can see there's a line here following right the way through. If she puts her head back, you can see there's a line following, and you can see the weight line. The weight line is like this top line right here. Okay, so now let's do some checking. So with the head down, we're going to check from the back of the ear to the back of the ear. Excuse me. Let's bring Corinne in.
That pull between your legs.
There you go, Corinne. Hold. Hold. Come back. You go right in the middle now. So now we're going to pull. And you're going to have a look. And you're going to see for consistency. And it looks pretty good. Might be trending a slightly longer on the left, but it is jumping a little over. If you look at the growth here, see how it just starts to grow over a little bit more. So now it's time for us to move into the side. So let's just have a look at this place. I feel pretty good about where the weight is. You can see the shape building up. Now we're going to move into the sides. So what we're going to do, and look at this point here. If you look at this point here and look at this angle here, so you'll see we're coming all the way down. We call this the axis right here. And this is the crown, and this is the top. So now it's time for me to sit the side in. This is the toughest for a lot of people, because they more often than not can create a hole over the ear. And this is Phoebe. She's up, she's alive. She's a famous actress here in New York. Is that right? She's very famous. What's your new series called?
I'm producing a play called TV in My Bones.
TV in My Bones.
By playwright C.S. Hansen, not by me.
Oh, by somebody else.
Yes.
Is he famous?
She.
Oh, is she famous?
Yeah, it's a she.
She's a she.
She's been produced quite a bit throughout the country.
Excellent. Okay, well, thanks for getting the cut for us, Phoebe. Okay, let's take a nice healthy section. Let me show you how I do this, and I'll do it both sides. I always do the side closest to the parting first. It's the first side I can complete quickly. Notice how I've taken a very healthy section right here. Healthy meaning thick. I section the hair out across the back of the ear. In fact, I'm just going to across the center top of the ear, so right there. All of this is going to be cut into the back. Now she got these piercings just for me. so that she makes it a little harder for me to cut. Let's section this out of the way. Keep it nice and clean. And let's just start by sitting these two sections in. So notice, I want you to start to see how I'm going to start to angle my fingers in. My fingers are angling in, not out, in towards the jawline. Nice even tension. My fingers are angling in, follow the comb. It's moving in. Section 2. Comb this hair, get nice even tension. Follow it through it in exactly the same way. Pointing that hair in. Nice and tight, like a
tiger.
Tiger, that's right.
Nick, Pauline Wozni is asking, is this high lift color eligible for the razor?
Yeah. If it doesn't work, you pick up a scissor. All hair's eligible for the razor. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just going to comb this hair straight down. Put my scissor right in here. Comb this hair straight down. Hey, Claire. And now we're just going to cut this one length. Just comb this hair straight down. Cut this hair one length. Now with the fine teeth of the comb, this enables you to get good, clean control. Okay, section 1 done. Section 2. Look, a nice healthy section again. Nice thick section. You can see all that hair. It's a nice thick section.
Got thick hair.
Yeah, thick hair. Got lovely thick hair. Okay, so now, I think Jeff was mentioning, we're going to move to the wide teeth of the comb. When you go with the wide teeth of the comb, it's going to give you, now you can comb it with the fine teeth to get it, but then we're going to go with the wide teeth because it's going to give you a little bit more forgiveness around the round. So I come in towards the side, I can go back to the fine teeth. Just connect that in. Next section, we're going to separate it above the top of the ear, same as we did prior. I'm going to comb with the fine teeth to begin, and I'm going to go with the wide. It's going to just give me that little bit more forgiveness, that little bit more jump or shrink in the hair that happens. I mean, remember the hair is high lifted, so the hair does have a little bit more stretch. Fingers are pointing in towards the jawline. Calm that hair down. Start to have a look. Start to see your weight line. Same again here. I'm going to comb this hair. Make sure your scissors are closed when you put your scissor in. Comb through. Nice thing about these scissors, it's very flat. You can get right the way in. And now what we've got, in essence, is we've got one length from this part of the ear forward and graduation behind. So now what we're going to do is we're going to run this section right the way through, and I'm going to do a little marrying. We're going to marry the graduation in to the one length, and it's really just a light dusting.
Nick, Francisco de Matos is asking, do you cover Europe, for example, Portugal, or just the United States, as far as, I think he means as far as like product and ambassador
right now,
opportunities?
As far as products go, we'll just be selling our products in America. We will be at Cosmoprof this year. When I go to Cosmoprof this year, the whole objective is to look for distribution into other parts of the world. So as an independent brand, we've grown our business on a very strong, solid footprint, and the next step for us is to expand you know, where we do our distribution and how we do distribution. So if you know anybody from your country that's going to be in, or they can contact us, you can contact me directly, nick@arrojonyc.com. All right, let me start running this right the way in. Let's finish this one side because we've got a lot to do.
Nick, we have some questions regarding the crown area.
Yep.
Ian's asking, what are the do's and don'ts that you recommend?
Well, the do's are definitely move to the wide teeth of the comb. The don'ts, I don't use the fine teeth because it's going to put too much stress on the hair. So really, when you start to work into the crown, you know, be a little bit more conscientious because basically you can refine this at the end once the hair's dry. The hair never stays in one position, so the hair's always moving. So you'll notice how with the wide teeth of the comb, I'm more forgiving. Notice how I'm combing the hair back also. I'm definitely much more in horizontal than vertical right now. And you just want to follow that line and get great memory.
And Francisco's asking, do you determine the fine teeth or the wide tooth in the consultation as far as like checking for unusual growth patterns?
Not really. No, I don't really check for unusual growth patterns because, you know, who cares what the pattern of the growth is? My client wants a cut. Yes, I do inspect the hair and I do see straight away. The worst is at the front here, Francisco. If the lady wants bangs and the hair grows back, that's a key one. So yes, you do a quick inspection, but I'm not heavily inspecting the hair. As a professional stylist in the salon, my whole objective is to do the cut and complete the look in 45 minutes. So time is of the essence.
And we had a few dates that came in. I know your Toronto date came up July 17th.
Great.
At Element Hair Design in Waterloo.
Great.
And Arrojo Cosmetology said their next classic cutting class is September 10th to 12th in our New York City Academy.
But we do have a class this weekend, and you know, we have a lot of people on the class, but we'll always take more. That's our hair painting class. And if you're interested, also if you want to get certified in American Wave, check out Orlando Premiere. It's the most affordable way to get certified in American Wave, which is our texture service. So for now, we've kind of feel like we've completed one side. I'm going to hobble over to this side. You can start to see the shape. And now we're going to complement the opposite side. So again, we're going to take the Arrojo Hydro Mist. This side's going to be easier for me because I can rest on my good foot. So this is a nice product because it doesn't make the hair oily. It evens out the porosity. It's lighter than water. So now let's come through and cut the first side in. So let's just remind you what we did on the opposite side. Take a nice healthy section, probably a little too healthy, or a nice thick section to begin. There it is. We're going to flip this and clip it.
Flip it and clip it.
Flip it and clip it. Now we're going to section it above where the top of the ear is. So we'll section it above where the top of the ear is. Now we're going to subdivide. I'm going to keep that nice and clean so everyone can see it. Subdivide. Fine teeth of the comb now. Now on this side your knuckles are facing in. So your knuckles are moving in towards the jawline. Nice and clean.
Nick, Francisco's asking, are all your products PETA approved and free from sulfates and parabens?
No, they are not. Some are and some are not. When I developed my product line, my whole focus was performance. In 2017, there's a very, conscious consumer with what's in the products. We've definitely trended more towards clean, what I like to refer to as clean and green. Our new American Way product line is, and as we develop new products and as we reformulate our products, we always look to make them cleaner and greener. But my whole focus is performance. And parabens not necessarily bad for you, although some people do not like them. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow that one length line through. So I'm just going to comb this. Now watch what happens here. Keep my scissors closed. I put my scissor in, and then I let the comb come straight over. Comb that hair down. So you create a little bit of tension right here between the comb and the blade. Comb the hair straight down. And let's cut this angle in.
Yeah, Tammy Valmus commented, I wouldn't worry about PETA, they are radical. She said cruelty-free is better. And definitely, I mean, we do not test on animals. So.
All our products developed in America with some of the best manufacturers and some of the best chemists in the country. And the reason why I know that is I've been doing it for 10 years now. And we really have mapped it out perfectly. So we work with the best and we have amazing product. Now let's do a little touch point. So we want to take hair from the same place. So that's the same place on both sides. Same place, same place. Just put it in front of her eye so she can't see. Yeah. Now we're going to pull this hair down. And we're going to see whether we're balanced. So imaginary line between this point and this point. So I'm just pinching the ends, just holding the very tippy tips. And you can see that that feels pretty good. So that's good, because I don't want to cut the other side again. So that's good. So now we'll do section 2.
And Alicia Bergman's asking, what is the product name again?
Arrojo products. This is called Hydro Mist. It's a great product. $19. Arrojo product is, it's not just about having great products, it's about having great prices. And it's about having great education to support. When you buy into a Arrojo product as a consumer, you know you're buying the best in hair care at a price that is realistic. As a salon buying a Arrojo product, becoming an ambassador, you're not just buying product, guys. You're buying into our culture, into our way of doing things. Everything's available for you to peruse and have a look at arrojonyc.com. As an independent manufacturer of hair products, we are super focused on elevating the standard and the craftsmanship. And that's why, as an owner of a hair brand, what's important to me is making sure that we continue to keep our integrity. So a little over direction back here is going to mean that we're always working towards the front, and notice how the knuckles aiming in. This is section 2, quite healthy sections as we come in through the side. Remember, let's section this off across the top of the ear. That's the top of the ear. Let's keep that nice and clean. I want you to see the section. Notice how I bring the section all the way from the back. This nice and clean. Fine teeth off the comb. Over direct, angling in. The knuckles are angling in towards the face. That's the hidden magic. Now we're going to go back in. One length, and then we're going to marry them together. So one length, comb that straight down. There's the guide. Comb that straight down. Phoebe still smiling? Just a little?
So Nick, Alicia asked, as a stylist, how do I buy it?
Arrojo product, you contact Gordon at Arrojo NYC. That's Gordon at Arrojo NYC, or you can contact me, Nick, at Arrojo NYC, and I'll put you in touch with the right people. We have what we call our relationship managers, and they're relationship builders. Those relationship builders are on call for you 5 days a week, and they're part of our culture and part of our club, and they help and they work full-time for me, and they're the communicators to you so that you're always in the picture. Every Tuesday you get what we call our ambassador newsletter. Our ambassador newsletter, which comes out every Tuesday, kind of keeps everybody really informed of everything that's going on within our network and all the special offers and deals. So we're just going to connect in around the back, white teeth of the comb, a little bit more forgiveness, because the white teeth is going to give less tension. Right on your guideline, comb this from side to side, start to see how this hair's starting to sit, how the balance of the shape is starting to look. Now we're going to move into the side. Corinne, you got to be faster. You should have moved this chair out. I'm injured today, so I'm not as mobile as I usually am. And it's amazing, really, because a lot of hairdressers don't realize how much you use your feet. And you really do use your feet a lot when you are cutting precision-based. Body position is critical to the success of your haircuts.
Nick, you're getting a lot of great feedback on our ambassador program from Alexis Hoban and Kelly Lee.
Awesome.
And yeah, Stephen Francis Martin said, a great culture that is very inclusive. Love it.
Excellent. Thanks, guys. We love your support. We really do.
Ian said, beautiful length. Let's see. Huey Rogers said, thank you for excellent education. John Hashem, I think he means Thursday, but another Thursday with the great Nick Arrojo.
Awesome.
Christina Morris said, it looks amazing.
Hello, Christina. You know her, don't you? Yeah.
Oh, and you did get a little recommendation from Kathy Rankle. Said, I didn't hear what happened to your ankle, but I recommend arnica for a natural pain reliever. Please take care of yourself.
Is she nodding?
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah, Arnica's good.
Arnica. Arnica. I'm wearing some knickers. I'm wearing my knickers.
Yeah, Kelly Lee said, I love that the product doesn't go through distributors. Salon loyalty.
Well, what we do is, guys, we give what we have to give the distributors as an incentive, we actually give to our salons and our hairdressers. It's part of our magic. Keep this down, nice and clean. Let's have a little touch point. Let's have a look and see how we're trending. Okay, pretty good. Now we just got this one piece here, so let's pull this in. Okay, so you got this piece here. It's a little dry, just a little bit of moisture. The best thing about this product is the fragrance. How does it smell, Phoebe?
So good.
Does it smell good?
I love it.
Yeah, do you know what it is?
No.
It's a linden blossom. Linden blossom. I was introduced to the linden blossom fragrance about 10 years ago by one of my clients. He bought this French milled soap and it was linden blossom. We loved it so much we put it in quite a few of our products.
Yeah, I have one of your shampoos.
Which one do you have?
It has the yellow label on it.
Ah, Color Save.
Yeah, that one. And I mean,
Same fragrance.
I know.
She knows.
I'm all about the smell.
You know, I'm all about the smell. Okay, one, two, it goes. Let's just connect this in. Claire? Come on over here, Claire. I need your help because I'm injured today.
Hi. Happy
We have our manager here, our team lead. This is Claire.
How are you guys?
You get a Denman brush and bring an iron over. You're going to do a quick blast dry for me.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks. We'll have Claire come in. She's a great hairdresser. She runs the salon here in Brooklyn with a gentleman by the lovely name of Zacharoo, otherwise known as Mr. Zach Norman. Notice, I want to be a little bit more forgiving around the crown area. We're on the top of the head. So wide teeth of the comb. Keeping the hair at a slightly lower elevation. The hair's got to travel. So we're always combing to have a look and see where we're going to be. Just follow this in. I don't know if we have an iron too, do we, Claire?
Yes.
Mine busted. Somebody broke it. Must have been Corinne.
It was
She's
me.
always breaking
Totally.
Shenanigans.
Nick Francisco's asking, what color brand do you use? We're getting some nice feedback on the color.
Great. Well, we use Goldwall color. We always have for the last 8 years. Goldwall's been my hair color company of choice. They power my brand. We have 3 salons here in New York. We have 2 cosmetology schools. And Goldwall color has been the color of champions for the last 8 years. We have a great relationship. If you're interested in getting connected to Goldwell, we can certainly help make a great instruction for you as we continue to promote, evolve, develop, and share our secrets of our success to like-minded hairstylists. White teeth of the comb. Now, I have another product that I'm going to spray into this hair, and I think we're going to spray in a little, I want a little Shine Lux, and I also want to put in some Set and Style spray, which is our great blow drying spray. Shine Lux oil is a little heat protector. It's going to put moisture in the hair.
Thank you. Nick, Kristen Verley's asking, do you offer any business classes for salon owners?
We do, and get connected to us because everything that we do is all about business. But coming in October, we have what we call our Success Symposium, which is part of our Expo, which is going to be here in New York, and there's an early bird special, $7.99 for a ticket, and we're going to have 1 full day of business inspiration. But we do these business programs, and they're called Success Symposiums. And while Claire's blow drying, I'll talk a little bit more about that. I just put in a little bit of Set and Style spray, $22. $22 for this. You can put a lot in. And this is our premium oil. This is called Shine Lux oil. And we're going to put a few drops of this in. And this is not a silicone. This is a high-grade precious oil that we'll put in a little bit more slit. Now, Claire, in the interest of speed, power it as fast as you can. Just wrap it around. Let's just come back and have a look at the cut so far, Corinne. So we can see where the graduation is sitting. We do some little bit of cleanup in here, and we'll do some refining once we've got it power dried. And maybe we'll head over, Corinne, to one of these chairs, and I can answer some questions.
Yeah, we got some questions coming in.
With a Denman brush.
Yeah.
The Denman brush. The reason why we use a Denman brush, you can start. Come over here. The reason why we use a Denman brush is because. You want to focus a little bit? Just keep like that.
Yeah.
The reason why we use a Denman brush because he doesn't put too much lift on the root. It just helps to smooth out. He wants to get some natural lift. Let the hair do the work. So if she's doing a wrap dry, she'll wrap it one way, Now you'll see she'll rack it the opposite way, using their head to smooth out their hair. And then she'll kind of pull the sides a little bit, just to kind of feather them through, to pull out the little wiggles and the waves. Because she doesn't have wavy curly hair, but she has a little wiggle to it, which is probably enhanced because of the color.
Right.
Walk this way.
You just gotta plug in. We have a low battery.
Have we got a low battery?
Yes.
Well, plug in. Questions, anybody?
Yeah. Ian is asking, can you tell us about the newly redesigned Cosmo School?
Okay, so Ian, we're going to get this Cosmo School so we can show you. It's not new, and it's new, but it's not redesigned. It's basically our original school, but because of the laws of the land, when we needed to expand, I got a brand new school. And in order to get the federal funding transferred over, I had to close my original school down. So we moved all of our students over to our new campus, and now, 9 months later, we're about to open up our original school. We've got some new chairs, we painted the place, cleaned it all up, and we'll be teaching, starting September, we're going to be teaching our barbering program too. Which means that in 2018, there's a very strong chance Arrojo will be opening up a barbershop. So stay tuned.
Awesome. Ashley Akers is asking, where can we purchase your products? I am from the Kansas City area.
Okay, go online. If you're interested as a consumer, go to Arrojo NYC and you can shop on the store. If you're a hairdresser and you want to get connected to Arrojo product, go to the same website and go to the professional side. You can find out about becoming an ambassador and you can connect with us and we can sell you the products wholesale. But that's only through an ambassador, which means you're a stockist and you have a salon, or you're an independent hairdresser with your own salon studio and you want to carry Arrojo products. Or the brand new American Wave, which is absolutely spectacular. That is our latest offering. It's an addition to our texture service, which they used to call it a perm, we call it American Wave, and now we have a new product line, a wet line, that's called American Wave, and it's all about curl, wave, and texture. Beautiful hair product.
Okay, yeah, Ashley said she's an independent stylist.
Great, so check us out, and maybe you want to get involved, get a package. Intro package, you start at $525, and you get our hero products, and they can get shipped out to you today, and you become an ambassador today, and we'd love to have you.
Nice. Let's see. Okay. Ian said, Nick, can you tell us about all the amazing ladies that are coming to your show, as in Vivian and Ginger?
Yeah, so our big show in New York, Arrojo Expo, is the focus of this year's show is all about women making waves in our industry. So we have a wall of heroes at present. They're my heroes. It's 4 men that sit on the wall. The whole concept of this walkway, it's called Heroes Way. It's the walkway between the student locker room and the clinic floor. Is a bit of inspiration for the students. So they're my four of my hairdressing heroes. We're going to add 4 more heroes to the wall this year. We're adding Annie Humphreys, who's one of the most amazing colorists that ever lived. Annie Humphreys, and she's still alive, and she's great. So Annie Humphreys, we're going to put Ginger Boyle, who's an amazing hairdresser from LA. She's going to be up there next to Horst Reckelbacker. Karen Gordon, she's going to be honored. She's an amazing hairstylist. She owns a salon, and her late husband was my mentor. And then we also have Vivian McKinder, who was former Trevor Sorby artistic director, Vidal Sassoon trained, and Vivian's an amazing, iconic hairdresser. Saturday night's all about the women making waves. Did you know that 84% of hairdressers in America are female? Sunday's going to be inspiration. We have not just women on the platform. We have the Arrojo creative team. We also have Gino Stampora, an amazing inspirational speaker. Charlie Price, a phenomenal hairstylist. Vivian McKinder's doing a presentation. And then on the Sunday night, it's the Arrojo creative presentation. We're going to be sharing all of our new inspiration for 2018. And on Monday, If you're a hairdresser, you'll do hands-on all day. You'll have a cut, you'll have a wave, and you'll have a color technique. And if you're a salon owner or you want to do business, you come to our Success Symposium where we have some more special guests. Bonnie Bonadeo, who's an amazing woman in our industry, as well as a lady called Gail Federici, who's an amazing woman in our industry. So we have a lot of amazing stuff happening. It's called Arrojo Expo. It's going to be our best expo yet. It's our independent hair show, and it's October 21st to the 23rd.
Nice. We got a lot of questions pouring in. Julie and Vincenzi said, "Are you getting more popular than Bumble?"
Then who?
Bumble.
Then Bumble. Oh, I don't know. We always look at the competition, but it's not a competition with a prize. Yeah. Bumble's an amazing heritage brand. I could only wish to be as successful as Bumble at some point in my life. They're an amazing brand, part of my history. So if someone compares me to that, I take it as a major compliment. But I think they're way bigger than Arrojo.
Mm-hmm. And Marissa Hernandez said, "Nick, I would love to know if your school trains educators on how to teach the Arrojo way to students, and do educators need to have a special license?"
Well, in my cosmetology school, every hairdresser, we have licensed teachers. In reference to education, educating the educator, I think that's something that we will be doing for sure. We do have a program that we're about to launch. It's probably going to get launched in the summertime, and it's going to be the Arrojo Artistic Team. And we are going to be looking for potential hairdressers to become part of our training process so that we can teach all over the country at the drop of a hat. So we'll be having our first training in November, and information will be coming out on that, I would guess, late June, early July.
Nice. Hillary McCoy is asking, do you have an American Wave formula for colored hair available?
Yeah, we have two formulations for American Wave. We have American Wave, which is our original waving lotion. That is a exothermic. It's a self-heating waving lotion. It's great for normal, thick, coarse, and healthy hair. And then we have Arrojo American Color Wave, and Color Wave is for hair that's been heavily highlighted or lightened, and it's much gentler. It's a cold wave, so it doesn't heat up. And both of the waving formulations are the best on the market, and we are still testing to make it even better as we continue on this wave journey, which I believe is just really beginning. And we're on the beginning of a major texture revolution, and I think it's happening, and I think that we are pioneering it, and I'm excited by what the future's going to bring.
Nice. Ian's asking, who were the first four on your Wall of Heroes?
Vidal Sassoon, Horst Reckelbacher, Jerry Gordon, and Gordon Nelson.
Nice. And Francisco's asking, why don't you think there are many men in the industry? It seems to be the same trend in Australia.
Why do I not think there's many men in the industry?
Mm.
So you said men?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a man. I'm a man. I think there's a lot of great men. In fact, traditionally, I think it's more men than it is women. I mean, the good news is it's great that we do have some great female stylists that are doing great things, because, traditionally it is a lot of male salon owners, but we're seeing more and more the celebration of the female hairdresser, and I think it's exciting, because when you look at politics and the way in which the world turns today, most of the time they're always talking about men and how they get paid and X, Y, and Z. Whereas in the hair business, I think we are completely gender-free. We have great women who are really making great things happen, and they're on the same commission as the guys, or they're the same salon owners as the guys. And I know some amazingly successful, talented female hairdressers, and I'm proud to be associated with them.
Nice. Derek Maldonado said, how's the ankle feeling, Nick?
V-spot, it's not looking good.
Oh, no.
It's a good job you're so strong. You're going to carry me in Orlando when you see me hobbling down the street. But I'll be there, and we're excited to go. We can't wait to be in Orlando.
Awesome.
I've got my boot coming, Derek. My air boot. I think it's coming tonight, so hopefully it will help me.
Is it orange?
No.
To match your shoes. Jared Joyner's asking, who are some stylists to watch in the future?
Who are some stylists to watch in the future? I think, you can look at a lot of my team. They're the people that I watch that are really coming through and stay connected to what we're doing and see. I mean, I tend not to look too far outside of my circle. I do walk around with my eyes wide open, but I'm very fortunate to see some very talented young people in my crew, and I get to see them straight out of school and straight into school, and then I get to see them part of my culture. And even the woman that's holding the phone is one of the best, and this woman over here is one of the best, Claire and Corinne, and you name it. We've got some great people. Of course, our artistic team, it's all women. You know, we have my wife, Lena, and you have Amanda Jenkins, you have Rhea Winter, Loretta, who runs the school. We have some great people. So we've got some really amazing super talent. So stay focused and always look, because there's a lot of room for everybody to be successful.
Nice. I think that's it on the questions.
How do we do? How long we got there, Mrs. Miss Malarkey? Miss Malarkey. She's just polishing up with a little iron work, just polishing those ends. Because when the hair's been processed so much, it does get a little thicker as the cuticle expands. But we put the Shine Lux oil in, and we put the blow dry spray in, so that really works. Let's walk over and have a close look while Claire's working through. Or should I say, should we hobble over?
All right. I'm gonna reattach all this. Oh, hey.
So her hair is so beautiful that it didn't take much work. Like Nick said, I just
So
really
nice.
wrapped it. So all I'm focusing on with this flat iron work is just making sure that those ends are just sitting smooth and just a tiny bit under. I'm trying not to straighten it too much, not get it to poke out, because we really want it to fall into the shape for, Nick to go through and refine.
Nick, Debbie Ingalls said you have an awesome team.
Thanks, Debbie.
And Andrew Fahey said, I use all your razor technical skills and it changed how I used my tool. Thank you.
Great. Now don't forget, if you're interested and you're down at the show this weekend, come and see us in our Arrojo booth at the Orlando premiere. We're going to have all of our handcrafted wood razors, scissors, combs, diffusers, irons, brushes, the flat iron that Claire's using now. The new one is actually black, not white. That's one of the originators, the white one.
It's lasted me forever.
It's great iron.
Mine
But
too.
it's exactly the same style and exactly the same technology, and made by the same company out of Korea. The Koreans are known for amazing smoothing irons. How we do? We done?
I'm done. Do you want that side a little smoother?
Let's have a little look and see.
So pretty.
All right, let's just have a little look.
Oh, I need more hands, Nick.
Okay, pass me the brush. Let's have a quick little. You need more hands?
Yeah.
So just the classic Denman just helps to just bevel the ends of the hair. And then we're going to go through and we're going to do a little refining to make the shape even better. So you look at your graduation as you cut. And then we'll do a little scissor over comb and a little refinement. Yeah, tell us a little bit about Williamsburg.
Yeah, so Williamsburg has been around. In April was our 2-year anniversary. We've got a growing team here, but we're doing really, really well within the neighborhood. We've got some amazing apprentices right now going through training in-house, and we're just working within the neighborhood. Obviously, we have the support of Arrojo and the brand, and Brooklyn is becoming a really hot spot, has been for a while, so a lot of people from the city have moved out here and this neighborhood is just booming. So it's exciting to be a part of that and really grow with the neighborhood, with our clientele, and with the team. We've got 32 chairs here, and right now our staff is about 15, but if you come here on a Saturday, every chair is filled. It gets really, really fun, really, really busy.
Nice. Now, what about if somebody's watching and they want to join our team? Do we hire people?
We definitely hire people. We are looking for stylists, colorists, and also apprentices, people who would like to go through our training to become stylists and colorists. We do it all in-house, all at the salon. It's under the same program that we do at all of our locations, but it's really fun because this team, since it's a little bit smaller, the education is very, very hands-on. But we're definitely looking for stylists in the neighborhood, both from, around Brooklyn or the city, to come over as colorists or stylists. If you're interested in working here, you can email myself. My email is Claire@Arrojo NYC, or you can also email Nuala, who is our general manager, and her email is Nuala@Arrojo NYC.
Nice. How do you spell Nuala?
That's a good question. It's Nuala. And my name is spelled Claire with no I. So that's Clare.
Nice.
Awesome. Thanks, Claire.
Yeah.
Nick, we've got a great question from Debbie Engel. She said, how does that Denman hold up against the heat of the blow dryer?
Oh, great, Debbie. You can't burn this. This is made by Denman. It's called Denman. It's made by Denman. And look at the teeth. There's no buckling, no bending, no melting. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I still have my original one from when I started 5 years ago.
Yeah, I still got my teeth.
Still looks brand new. Haha. I have my teeth too.
Yeah, I'm straight from the dentist. Just going to get a little bit more natural bevel on the ends. So the blow dry is just as important as the cut. Making sure that you get that perfect even lift in the root. It's critical to the success of your haircut. So just leafing this, following the brush with the nozzle, with my penetrator. Is that what you call it?
Concentrator.
Penetrator.
There's no penetration. Nick. Nick, Ian said, can he join your team?
Sorry?
Ian said, can he join your team?
Yes, you can. I like a little bit of fiber.
We need...
Fiber.
Like an American accent.
It's Irish American. It's Welsh American. Fiber.
Oh my.
Fiber.
Crazy Nick, you crazy.
Nick's actually gonna extend his career into comedy.
And that's well.
I think he should
Might play.
get paid for what you already do.
I'll lift it with this one.
Oh.
Okie dokie. You feel good?
Excellent.
Alright, so now let's just have a quick look and see. As we come through the back, let's have a little look. We're going to polish up with a little skizzer over comb. So let's come through here. Looking at the shape, let's come through here.
Nick, Ian asked, do you teach all the original classic cuts in the school?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And for our apprentices.
We like our classic cutting. We love it. In fact, this is what we have to do when we teach. All of our, everyone from Claire right the way through, Corinne, they have to learn all the classic haircuts to begin. Classic haircuts is the future of our success. I'm just going to polish up my graduation. White teeth of the comb now. Just cleaning this up. Looking at the shape. Looking at the weight line, the way in which the weight sits on or just below the occipital bone. Very minimal scissor over comb. Yeah, we want to polish it. We don't want to recut it. So very minimal scissor over comb. Classic graduated bob with the graduation sitting on or just below the occipital bone, coming down to the jawline. You can see I want a very natural, you can see we've got a very natural graduation. You can see how the weight line is dispersed, very natural graduation. There should be no steps in there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up over the top of the head. So we comb all this hair back. Make sure that nothing falls over. We're going to come from the center back of the crown. First thing that we're going to do is I'm going to lift. And then when you lift, you create softness. So when I lift, by combing this all the way back, see a little corner right here. See it? I don't know where Corinne's going. She ran away. Come back to me. So we elevate. Pull this all the way back. I'm just going to knock that out. I'm going to lift it even more and just make sure, because I do not want to have any hair fall over the back of the shape. Now we're going to elevate on that little corner there. Take that little corner out, follow it down.
Would you say it's elevated all the way up?
All the way up.
That song's been stuck in my head. Like, I know.
She makes herself laugh. So where we're going to see you, Phoebe, on the stage? Is there a stage in case all of the people that want to come and see you, the movie star, the actress?
Yeah, well, the space is being settled this week. It's either going to be at the Producers Club, which is on 45th Street, or at the Howell Gallery, which is on East 1st Street. It's a beautiful art gallery.
At the Howell. Okay, let's comb that forward. Let's just have a look. And you can always polish up by combing this hair forward. You can just see, notice how I'm just resting. That line underneath. You can see even though the hair grows up, I'm allowing the weight to just push that down to keep some softness right in there. Clean that up. You notice it gets a really long run at the front there. Come through to the opposite side and do exactly the same. A little bit of product. So final thoughts. This is our classic graduated bob. We'll be posting photographs on our Instagram later. And it's been a fun episode. Leave that iron out for me, Claire. I'm going to polish up a little bit more, please. Remember, this weekend we are going to be in Orlando Premiere. We'll have our trade booth there. We're going to be on the platform sharing. I got ambassadors coming in from all over the country. If you want to join the Ambassador Network, the Ambassador Program, connect with us at Arrojo NYC. We can communicate with you directly via email. We like to connect. We want to help to build and grow our professional distribution network. In reference to this weekend, we have classrooms, we have main stage, we have American Wave certification, we have hair painting here in New York City. If you're interested in coming for a hair painting class, learn the Arrojo technique. We're also going to be out in Albuquerque. Zach is going to be in Albuquerque teaching painting classes. So we got a lot of people out on the road working this weekend. Then the following week, we're going to be in back into Fort Lauderdale for the Millennium Show, and we're going to be headlining the Millennium Show. We'll be sharing our products there too. But for now, let's just have a quick zone in. This is our classic graduated bob. You can see no weight line. This classic graduation. Watch that hair. You can see how that hair swings, all cut, precision based with the Arrojo 5.0. I'm going to take a small amount of shine spray. Somebody can pass it to the old guy, which is me. We'll take Phoebe's cape off. Give it a quick blasteroo. And remember, connect with us on Arrojo Social. Arrojo Social, we have a competition being launched. It's called the Arrojo Hot Shop.
Love it.
So we have a competition. It's a photo competition that we're launching on Arrojo Social. You can go to the website, check out. You can go to the App Store, download the Arrojo Social app, and get ready for our Hot Shop competition, which is just about to launch. And the winner, here's the prize. There's two competitions. One for a great haircut using a Arrojo product. The other one is for an American wave. So the best American wave, and the winners get an all expenses paid trip.
Nice.
To New York for the IBS show next year, and you're going to be working on my platform alongside me.
Awesome.
Let's have a look. There's our classic graduation. See right there?
So pretty.
Scissor over comb, classic graduation. And we're going to photograph her. I'll post some photographs on my website. Give your head a little shake. Oh, shake it, baby. More. Go wild. Oh, wild. There you go. Whoa. Great job.
Thank you.
She's ready.
She's ready.
I love it.
Nick, Ian asked, is that a free flight from the UK to NYC?
All depends if you're winning. Wherever you're from, big guy. Gotta use a Arrojo product. All right, guys, it's been a real pleasure. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next week. Otherwise, we'll see you this weekend. Bye.
Awesome.